All right, hello everyone. Welcome to episode 48 of the Gilded City. I know we've been off for a couple weeks, but that's because we've been cooking up the final arc of this campaign. I know it's hard to believe, but we are here approaching the finish line. If you're excited to see how this adventure through Ravenloft ends, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, comment below what you're looking forward to seeing as we approach the end here, and follow us on social media at Rollers Guild DND on the ones in the description. Just look down there. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and dive on in to tonight's episode. Content warning. Ravenloft as a setting can feature disturbing themes and ideas, and while it is never going to be our intention to upset anyone, it is worth noting. Specific tags can be found in the description of this episode. Last time, the party
that was recorded.
And leave it in. We're
leaving it in. Last time, the party spent a few days in Nevichar Springs, recovering and relaxing before returning to Firan Zalhonen. Upon their return to his bookshop, he offered his promised rewards in exchange for his book, including a mist talisman for Oikos. Artemis learned, however, with a successful insight check, that Firan had kept a strand of his hair. Artemis asked for it back. Firan essentially dared Artemis to try and take it. He attempted to with Nyx's help, but unfortunately Firan disappeared before the hair could be reclaimed, leaving behind a note taunting Artemis. Nevertheless, the party has their rewards. They ransacked the bookshop with the understanding that Firan's probably not coming back here, and departed to finally travel to their true destination that they have been trying to get to this whole long time. You have spent the better part of a day traveling through the mist talisman leading you ever onward across the obscured terrains in the mists. But eventually, sort of this soft ground gives way at first to hard-packed dirt, and then eventually to a stone paved roadway. And the mists peel back and you emerge into Oikos. You are on this massive stone road, extremely wide, with this sort of low stone fencing on either end of this roadway. The road behind you terminates at the wall of the mist. And ahead of you, you see it proceeds forward to these enormous white stone walls, so tall that it's difficult to make out the top of them. You are probably about, I'd say, 500 yards from the base of the wall. And from here, you can see there's these enormous metal gates standing open, and a small military force just sort of gathered around the front gates. You see just a small handful of travelers far, far ahead of you approach the gate. They're stopped for a few minutes and then allowed past beyond the wall. But you can't see through the doorway. You're too far back, and the wall is so thick that it's impossible to make out. And the last detail I'll say that you notice is on several flagpoles leading up to this wall along the sides of this road. There's a very light wind. It's a little cloudy today, but mostly clear. But you see on the flagpoles these red banners with the emblem of a golden flame. And the very edge of the banners are framed slightly.
Right. Heads up, Silver Flame, not cool here, just so you know. That's emblem of its enemy. Also, my name, probably not cool. I'll be Fox Grove.
Artemis Foxgrove?
Are you settled on that name?
Well, I have the signet ring.
Okay. What's the first name? Last name Foxgrove? First name Fox, last name Grove?
While I do like the idea of Mr. Fox Grove,
the name's Grove. Fox
Grove. You know, now it's a bit, so that's gonna be it.
Okay. We're going with it.
All right. You all make your way up this road. It's clearly built to service large numbers of travelers. But other than, you saw a very small group up ahead, maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 people. But other than that, you don't see any other travelers here. And the sort of grassy fields around you just seem sort of unkempt and growing wild. As you approach the gate, one of the soldiers steps forward. You see the soldier is dressed in sort of elaborate golden armor with red cape. And you also note, this small military force that's gathered outside the gate. They also have ballista pointing outward from the wall. This is a very heavily armed entrance. As you approach, this soldier steps forward and says, if you could halt. Greetings, travelers to Oikos. You've probably never heard of us before, so a few ground rules if you want to enter our fair city to do trade and the like. First and foremost, keep your weapons sheathed at all times. We are also a city that practices a faith in our god, the Golden Flame. If you worship other deities, I would advise you to not do so while in Oikos. Of course, all of the standard laws you might find in civilized places. No stealing, no harassment, no thieving. Well, I already said that. Sorry. Long day. Report any illegal or dissident activity to the nearest military officer you can find. And then, just as one last note, most people here live happy, fulfilling lives. Don't do anything that would disturb the contentment.
Sorry, what was this place called? You said.
City's name is Oikos.
Sorry, you said it, and I just. It's
Now, beyond this wall, beyond this wall, you will find the outskirts. These are farmlands. Not much to find there unless you are a farmer. So you will follow the Royal Highway unless you have any reason to stop in the farmlands. If you follow the Royal Highway, you will eventually reach the inner wall and can enter through there to the city proper.
Fantastic.
Alrighty.
Thank you. Very informative.
Fare thee well, travelers. You may pass.
Thanks.
And he steps aside.
Oh, sorry, sir. What was your name again?
Surprised you don't expect it at this point.
It's just been a while. It's just been a while. My name is Hector.
Nice. Well, thank you, Hector.
Hector with a C or a K?
With a K.
Let's go.
Farewell. You pass beyond the wall, beyond the gate, pass through this tunnel through the wall, essentially. Pretty thick wall, and then eventually arrive on the other side. And now you see sort of rolling hills of farmlands intercut by this great stone hallway. The towering wall behind you, you see stretches out in either direction in a rough, you can see it curving, in the distance. So it probably makes a rough circle if you had to guess. And you see small clusters of homes scattered throughout the farmlands. The road goes straight ahead, and eventually splits into different directions as well. But the main thoroughfare goes straight ahead to a second wall that you can see in the far distance, 2-3 miles down the road.
As we're walking underneath like that tunnel,
Yeah.
right there, I'm just gonna do a divine sense just to see if anything's kind of tracking us or following us.
Sure. Yeah, you do divine sense. Hold on, let me check something here. Celestials, fiends, undead.
Mhm.
Okay. You don't get anything.
So, do we know where we're going?
I would assume the city.
Probably to the city. There's a man named Taryn Duran who I'm looking for. He's a fan of the other flame. He can apparently help us, but maybe we should get a lay of things before we start just poking around and asking for a wanted man's name.
Perhaps we should go find rooms somewhere in the city so that we have a base of operations to work out of.
That sounds good. General exploration, probably. And has everyone seen my brother? Elina, you haven't seen my brother. He looks like me, uglier,
He's
and
about
just like a
Reasonable,
real
not hard to do.
stick in his real like he's got it. Like he smells something terrible all the time. Artemis blushes.
As you're sort of walking down the road, you see you're making your way towards this inner wall. You see an encampment along the side of the road. Looks like set up relatively recently very colorful tents and carts. As you are approaching, someone leaps out and says, excuse me, travelers, please come stop by, visit our wonderful Vistani circus. My name is Milosh. It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Another penny drop.
Pleasure
this
to
is
make your acquaintance as
a younger man, light brown skin and hair, dressed in flamboyant colors. All of you except Elina recognize him as one of the Vistani who got you into Ravenloft at the beginning of this quest.
Milush, it's good to see you again.
Again?
Oh, wait, that hasn't happened yet.
We do not know each other yet, but we will know each other. I see.
You do not know us. We know you.
I understand now. Well, old friends / new friends, welcome. So you're not from here,
No.
then?
No. You actually help us get to Ravenloft.
Oh, you're not from Ravenloft,
No.
period.
Well,
No.
most of us aren't.
I see.
no, most of us are material plane, but you got us in, as it were.
Is the rest of your caravan here?
Oh, yes, and he gestures behind him where you can see, all of these tents are set up, and there's, clusters of, you see people dressed in these flamboyant colors, like working at shops or doing like little tricks. You see a stage where like somebody's doing some juggling right now. And you also see clusters of just very plain looking folks sort of going around checking out the stalls or the performances. And they all seem, fairly happy. Elina, I would say you have met Vistani before, you just haven't met this particular band. So you're familiar with the people in sort of a vague sense.
How long are you in the area for?
Oh, well, if you've met us before, we don't like to stay in one place too terribly long, and well, we don't have a whole lot of interest in staying here for a remarkably long time.
Do you know where you are?
Well, they told us this place was called Oikos.
Okay.
So
Yeah. That's what they
Yeah.
said. That's what they told us too.
Just making sure we're all on the same page, I guess.
Yeah, because like for a second I couldn't remember what it was called.
it seems you've got something going on. Yeah, perhaps it is best you speak to my father. Yes?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right this way. He leads you deep into the encampment, back into the tent where it's the same tent where you met his father at the beginning of this journey. High Scosa.
Wait.
Same sort of skin tone. He's got very unruly, big gray hair now. He's wearing kind of a patchy red velvet coat. And he sort of looks up as you all enter and says, Milosh, you brought me some friends here. And Milosh says, Father, they met us in their past, but I see. Well, welcome, friends, welcome. What brings you to this place?
I'm curious about it, in all honesty. About this place in particular. Heard rumors, been trying to get here.
Hey, could we do a quick huddle just so we can all get on?
Huddle?
Yeah. We'll be right back. Can everyone step out of the tent? If I remember correctly, they know eventually why we're here. Right. We told them. why we're going here, correct? If my memory serves.
That's
No?
like 18 pages back.
That's a
That's
lot.
like 48 episodes ago.
I wasn't even there.
Episode 7.
Yeah, I
That
think
was-
that.
That was literally like 40 episodes ago. And I was just looking through my notes and I didn't write down what we told them.
Me neither.
So
No, I skipped over that.
So
What-
you watching might know before us.
Hey. Leave it down in the comment section if we told
What did
them.
we say?
Anyways, we did learn to trust them. They're
yeah.
very honest people and they
Good
haven't
work.
really. So
And they remembered us when we met them. So we must have left an impression because it seems like it's been like right now is a few years before
Yeah.
when we meet them.
so if we're looking for somebody and they're already been here for a while, they might know something.
That's true. And
It's
they
true.
wouldn't know like, ooh, this guy's wanted for religion stuff.
I just read the part in my notes where it says Octavia won't be joining us in Ravenlaw. I'm sad.
Oh, no, she's gonna
Sorry.
Penny's just looking back at her notes and just starts tearing
Yeah,
up.
she
In
starts
the
crying.
arms of an angel.
Well,
I've cast Mage Hand and pet her on the back.
Yeah.
anyways, we could. I don't know. I feel like we're in a new city. We have no allies besides ourselves.
These guys are good to us in the future, so
It
Yeah, we're
also,
probably okay.
Okay, so
it
we
also
can.
might be worth seeing. I know they don't want to be in the area for long, but I wonder if we could maybe pay them to wait a few days so that they could maybe take us back home.
they
I
did
don't
say
know if
that
they'd
it
be
doesn't
open.
they don't travel like they have no control over
Where?
when they end up. So I don't like there's one more piece of the orrery that I need. And then
Oh, and that's here.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that can take us home once I figure out how it all once I build the casing and put it all together and figure out how it all works. But I
Hopefully
can
it's
I
the
can get
piece
us
that
home.
helps us determine when we want to be.
Yeah. Also, when we met my Luge, she was like my age, so. And he's much younger now.
I mean, we could always ask them.
We made a big impression. What
Yeah.
should
I
we
don't think he was that old when you met him before, but he was old. He was old. He looks younger now than
he was
did.
ancient.
He was somewhere between like 75 and 92, something like that.
I thought he died once.
I'm pretty sure he was on his
He was
deathbed.
he was like 30s when you met him before, and he's like 20s right now.
10 years.
That
I
doesn't
still
even work. That doesn't even make any sense. No one knows how time works.
Yep.
Octavia does. Anyway.
Ouch.
I will start screaming nonsense so fast and get us kicked out so fast.
I mean,
It
that
will
would
only
be-
take me 6 words to get us out of this place. Let me tell you. Be nicer to me.
So we talked to my Luge.
Hello. Sorry about that.
No, it is you are fine. You are totally fine. I understand.
It was confusing. Time and all that.
We have this effect on travelers. I understand.
So, well, for us, it's good to see a friend again. And we are looking for a couple of people. We've been looking for Oikos for a while. And how long have you been in the area already?
Hyskosa says, we've been here for a few days now.
Few days. Any
Long enough to get a lay of the land, as it were. You know, this is a very strange place. We've never heard of it before, and we've heard of most places in Ravenloft.
That
we-
happens to a lot of people.
We've also never heard of the god of this place. This is this
the
golden flame.
golden flame.
This is a very strange place. The people here are fed distractions, would be the way I would put it.
Bread and circuses.
Ooh.
There's lots of, you know, I mean, they were very excited to let us enter, to set up our stalls here to help, entertain the populace. There's always, it seems every day, there's some sort of festivity happening in the main square in the city. There are lots of bars and taverns, and from what's, well, actually, Milosh couldn't speak to it better. Milosh interjects and says, yes, well, I've gone into the city proper a few times now. There's an entire government guild of performers and troubadours who sing songs on street corners, and in every tavern in the city there is a government certified performer. This place is, I don't know, it seems like
They're distracting them from bad things.
yes.
Who's in charge?
Well, from what I can tell, this golden flame, their god, is a living god. So he has a physical body here in this place. I assume he is the one who's in charge.
Probably.
That's the reason.
So is there not a big bad in this area?
Or
Like
is the
there has
golden
been?
flame the big bad?
A Dark Lord is, if you are asking who the Dark Lord might be, then my
Yes.
suspicion would be probably the Golden Flame. I mean, we don't know anything about this place because we've never heard of it before. But
This is all based.
There is a curse that makes people forget about it. You kind of helped us understand that.
that would explain why we've never heard of it before then. So we will forget this place, but we'll remember you?
Yeah, well, we're hard to forget.
Even if you try.
Sorry.
And he's tried.
I've tried.
All right.
This may have happened before you all got here, but there's someone in particular I'm kind of looking for. He's a relative of mine. He looks very similar to me, but uglier. And unfortunately taller. Someone like that ring a bell? Do I have any spells that could help me? I have a minor illusion. I'm just gonna have his face appear on my hand.
They both examine. Yeah, I can't say the face strikes a chord, but what was this person's name?
He also has a woman with him.
Yes, he does. There's another person traveling with him, an elven woman. Dagran may have been the name. First name, if he used it.
His last name is Brightshield.
That would be the one.
Well, it seems all of Oikos knows that name. later today, there's a ceremony for a Dagran Brightshield in the main square.
Good.
What kind of ceremony?
An
I'm
execution?
taken to understand it as a coronation.
So not an execution.
We
Like
can
a
turn him into
promotion.
one.
Like a promotion.
If he's well known in the area,
I believe he arrived recently. It's just the town criers and the troubadours and stuff. As I've sort of explored, Oikos some, they have been speaking of this event. I mean, there's an event, like, as I said, there's something going on every day to entertain people, but this one in particular has been, sort of hyped up, as it were.
Oh, good. Do you know what time it is? Later today, you said.
Later today, yes, I believe, late afternoon.
Oh boy. What time is it now?
We'll say it took you a long time to get here, so you probably had to stop in the mist at some point. So we'll say it's like mid-morning.
Okay.
It may be beneficial to go to this town square ahead of time.
Right. I think
Yeah.
I think I know what why you remembered us. In 10 years. See you then.
Oh, by the way, my name's Bowmin. I don't think we actually did that.
I'm Nyx.
did we
Elina.
not do that when we first got in the tent? I'm
Nope.
Jinarra.
No, we hit it.
Well, we assume they know who we are.
Well,
You all go around and
Yeah.
introduce
Penny.
yourselves.
I'm on this fucking Brightshield.
Ah, you're related to this Dagran.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
if anybody asks, his name is Fox Grove.
Yeah, that's first name Fox, last name Grove. Two separate names.
I see.
That was the decision that was made. That's above my payroll, I guess.
And if everyone in the town knows your brother,
Yep.
perhaps
Should we disguise
we
you?
should minor illusion or disguise you.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't Janelle,
Yeah.
do you still have your like stage makeup?
Wait, yeah, doesn't someone's good.
Didn't
Someone has
Jinarra
to
used to do
disguise
our
me.
makeup?
Yeah.
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 Jinarra can do our makeup.
Well, Jinarra can do your makeup. We don't need makeup.
Yeah, we're
No one
Nobody
else.
else. They don't know
Yeah.
who we are.
Dagran has
I have a
next.
disguise kit. I'll
That's-
They don't know
disguise you.
me.
Well, wait, hold on a second. What if he does know us? We were in the paper.
Yeah.
I know, I wrote the article.
He knows. He knows everyone except Elina. That can be sure. Can
Okay.
we talk?
Well,
yes, we can.
before you go, it sounds like this event is going to be big. If you are worried about getting seen or spotted, I mean, I would advise maybe trying to blend into the crowd.
Yeah.
If you're
Wait,
just
I've
in
got
the
it.
crowd, you're unlikely to be spotted.
I remember watching a performance once where there was a big event. Someone was going to get hanged for piracy. And the heroes blended into the crowd by wearing outlandishly large hats. And it worked seamlessly.
Do we have outlandishly large hats?
Also, why are we the heroes in this situation?
Well, we are
Because
the
we're the
heroes.
heroes in every situation.
Are we
Yes,
now?
exhaustingly so. Yes, that is the situation. But we're
Some towns have said otherwise.
what are we going to do during a coronation?
I'm gonna stop it.
Nothing. We're not going to do
Assassinate
anything.
him?
I'm gonna stop it.
Excuse
okay.
us. Can we huddle somewhere outside real quick where we're not talking about political conspiracies?
How about we huddle inside the tent so
How
people
about
outside don't
We're
hear
not
it?
gonna do shit. We can't stop this.
put up
Why
a
not?
hut?
We just got here about an hour ago. Half an hour
Yeah.
ago. We don't have a plan. We don't have a place to stay. We are tired from walking in the fucking mist.
Penny-
We're not stopping a coronation right
Well,
now. We
We
can't.
have nearly never had a plan.
Yeah, but the one time
To
we
be
did
fair.
have a plan, it went really well.
Yeah.
Fine. We need to get in there and gather information, right? Either
Yeah,
we
we could
stop
go-
thinking if something's going to happen, or I
We
show
should-
my face and I convince him that I'm on his side. I'm here to help him somehow.
We also need to like figure out what people have been told about your brother and like what do they why is he getting coronated if he just showed up? Like,
Well,
does that
maybe-
mean we can get a coronation in a week or two? Like,
Maybe.
what
Well,
is
he
his...
probably got my name.
Yeah.
Can I ask a logistic question? How do I change? Can I add spells, or does that have to be after a long rest?
I
Or
mean,
change spells?
you haven't done anything yet today, so we could say that you can have prepared whatever spells you want to have prepared
Okay.
for today.
I have an idea. And perhaps we can, instead of disrupting the coronation, get it postponed. I have a spell available to me that is called Control Weather, which I can cast, and it lasts for up to 8 hours, and it covers an area of 5 miles.
Gonna hit him with a tornado?
I was just gonna
That's a
make
really
it
bad
rain like a
thunderstorm.
lot. It's supposed to be outside.
I was gonna suggest we call in a terrorist threat, but that's a better idea.
That
I was going
What?
to suggest I
You
throw
were
in
the
my stick
one
of dynamite.
I know.
Penny, you were the one saying that we
Penny!
should talk about political conspiracy. Why are we calling it a
you know-
terrorist threat?
That's
You
not
know-
a political conspiracy. That happens all the time in Waterdeep.
You know what, Presswell? You and I, we gotta talk. We'll make a plan B. You know.
Well, first of all, we need disguises before we walk out of this tent.
Okay, I'll disguise all of us. Also, if it would be useful, I don't know if this would be useful, but if it would be useful for me to disguise myself as Artemis so Artemis can sneak attack him, I can also do that because I can fully like morph myself into someone else. But for now, I'll just disguise us.
To know.
Yeah,
Alright.
because we could try to get it postponed at least. Then you would have
We have
time
more
to
time.
potentially talk to Dagrid.
I like the postponement idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Think about postponement. Let's gather information.
Mhm.
Postpone.
Hey, what's his name? What's his name?
I gotta
Milos?
stay
Milo?
outside the
Milos or
whole
Hyskosa?
time.
Either Hyskosa. And Milosh. Either one of you. When they have these like events, these things every day, does the weather delay them at all, or do they go rain or shine? Because that's
That's important. That's a
That
big
is.
spell. It's a waste. That's a big spell to waste. That's a good
Well,
question.
Milos,
Um,
do they have tents? All right, wait.
I was in the square for an event. The first day we were here, I'd gone into town to sort of put up flyers for, that we were in town and there was something going on. And I decided to check it out. And I went into the square and there was this tiefling woman who was going to be performing, and it started raining, and then this older human man in sort of priestly robes got up on stage and cast a spell, and it stopped raining.
Ah, shit.
They've
so
got
they
their
can
own
also
control.
control the weather.
Government mandated performances must go on.
Mandated weather.
Government mandated weather.
How would it work if you had two people casting it at the same time?
Hey, you know, that's a great question, and I will let you know when I find the answer, as I have been trying to do for the
Ben's panic Googling.
I think
Um,
that
We
ours
need
wins.
information.
Screaming
Do you
at me.
have a hat or a mask or something?
We
Do-
have
we have
plenty of
your
such
cloak.
items.
Don't you have a cloak?
Yeah, I've got a cloak, but like this hair is iconic.
Okay.
And you
Wait,
want
That's
to
what the
cover
hood
it with
is.
a hat?
That's what the hood is for.
Hats
Hold on.
are-
If Dagron's gonna notice your hair, you cover it. I don't.
Honestly, we can just cut it off.
And he's exhausted.
She's been in Oikos for an hour and she already wants to go home.
I'm disguising and like talking so that I can do inspiring leader as I disguise. So 18 temporary hit points to everyone.
Wait, I
18
already have
now.
temporary hit points. Did we take a long rest?
Yeah.
We took a long rest before we got to work. Oikos.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So you can just add one more.
One more.
That's true.
No, but I used a spell. So.
Okay. Hey, Artemis, before we leave here, should we ask him about that one other person you're looking for?
Oh, yeah, there's someone who maybe is not very liked in the city. Cultish type. Not big fan of their god, the Gold Flame. Named Taryn Duran. That ring any bells to you?
I'd love for you to make me a luck check. Just roll a d20 and let me know what you get.
18.
We'll say 18. Okay.
We'll say 18 does it.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Myler says there are well, that first day that I went to this event, it was this tiefling woman got up and performed, and she performed for a little while, and then soldiers. So something you need to understand about this town square, it's got this massive, brazier is probably the most appropriate word, but it's too large to be a brazier. I mean, it's enormous. And it's always flickering with these very, golden flames. So this woman gets up, performs, rain's stopped. And then the soldiers bring forward some captives, and someone gave a speech about how dissidents are trying to ruin the good lives of the Oikosian people, and that such crimes are punishable in only one way. And then they threw them into the fire, and as they were getting ready to throw one of these captives in, they mentioned that name. They said something like, Terran will see you all, and your false god defeated. I don't know. I mean, I left pretty quickly once the execution started.
Right.
Fair.
That's a good call.
But I get the sense that this Terran person is important to this opposition movement.
Right.
I would be... If you go to this sort of coordination event and try to interrupt it, I wouldn't be all that surprised if you were not the only people interested in interrupting such an event.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can find them and learn a little more. Anyway, thank you for the information and for giving us a moment of not walking. And
Yes,
for
yes.
my new blood pressure rate. So,
Well, better to know what's going on, yes?
better to know.
I'm gonna hand him a pouch with 500 gold pieces.
Oh my goodness, what is this for?
Oh, for transportation. I will. Bowman's also going to do the same thing.
Gee, okay, that's good enough. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. We, yeah, appreciate it. Good luck. We are maybe going to avoid the town square today. Yes.
Good plan.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
If you're still here afterwards, would we perhaps be able to stay here for the night? Totally okay if you don't have the space, but
No, if you would like to stay here, you're welcome to stay here with us as long as, you know, it's safe to do so.
only if we feel like we won't bring any trouble, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we start going to town? We don't want to be late. That'd be rude.
Yeah.
Would be.
Here, let's Bowmin, Elina, can you just come here for a second? I'm gonna wrap a little white cloth around all of our hands and wrists. And I'm gonna cast Aid at 3rd level so that all 3 of us get our current hit point maximum increased by 10. And that does not replace the temporary hit points.
Did that wrong.
As Artemis does that, I'm gonna cast Death Ward on Artemis.
Very kind of you, thank you.
Well, just don't go dying in the next 18 hours. 8 hours.
18? What a
18,
weird
I
number.
promise. Anyway, oh my god, we have a giant bird and a big dog with us.
Yeah.
And a little dog, but my little dog's gonna stay.
The thing is,
Chillin'.
the knights at the front pay really no attention to them. So
They were so much more chill than I thought. I thought it was gonna be
Yeah.
a whole thing, but they were like, here's the terms and conditions. By walking in, you sign. Have a great day.
it's the guy that's loads you onto a ride and just tells you the rules.
Mhm.
Keep your hands and feet in the ride at all times. Don't stick your hand out. Keep your head in the blah, blah,
It's me running the carousel.
blah.
It's anyone running the carousel.
Yeah.
As you all are leaving the encampment, speaking of your animals, you see that both Hayes and Cypress have been fed by some of the Vistani band.
Oh.
And they look at all of you and they're like, your beasts of burden are good to go. They ate their fill.
Canonically, can we just say that before we went to Oikos, Bowmin changed Hayes back to his dog form?
Yes.
Instead of his wyvern form?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wyvern dog hybrid.
All right.
What to do with you, Cypress? What to do with you? I should keep you close, but that's kind of obvious.
I think probably just up in the clouds.
Or
Yeah, are there other things flying above the city? Any griffins? Any
Make
Anything.
make a perception check.
Oh, damn, I'm great at perception. 25.
You don't see any like large flying things. I mean, you see a few birds, but nothing.
And we're how far away from the inner city-ish?
A couple miles.
Oh, okay. Let's get closer and then we'll just leave. I'll leave Cyprus. I don't know if there's a couple trees, really big trees.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you guys make your way down the road. You find a good spot to have Cypress hide for a little bit.
I'll summon you if I need you, buddy. We might need to make a splashy entrance. So lots of fire if you do. Well, I'll let you know, but good. All right. Stop looking at Nyx.
What?
Nothing.
Cypress looks at you, Nyx, and goes,
I don't know what's happening. I don't like it. I'm gonna skip away.
As you all get sort of closer to the inner wall, you see that the road becomes a bridge over this enormous sort of yawning pit at the edge of the farmlands, between the farmlands and the inner wall. Kind of looking down on it, you see the like cliffside looks like it was like has been perfectly squared in sections, making you think that this was the quarry that the stone for the wall came from. And had the added benefit of creating a dry moat.
Useful.
The inner walls are not nearly as tall as the outer walls, but they are still impressively large, made to look even larger by this yawning sort of quarry that you are passing over now as you cross this bridge. You see some like carts coming in and out. You see a couple guards at the gates here, but they don't stop you or anything, and you are able to enter the city proper. You see, people are sort of out in the street shopping or running errands or working or whatever. And you do notice very quickly kind of like what Hyskosa sort of mentioned of like, it's almost like on every other street corner, there's somebody doing some kind of performance. Playing a song or putting on a small show. All of it seems to be in praising the glory of the golden flame. And in terms of sort of the kind of architectural features of this city, there's a lot of this sort of white stone made, making a lot of the nicer buildings. Obviously there's some wood buildings as well, but they're painted kind of this white color, or there's some white stucco buildings as well. So very, very white city with sort of, red roofing tiles in most places. But yeah, you are in the city proper. There's sort of this main like highway leads. If you follow it, you eventually arrive at this huge like central square, which you can see by sort of hanging a signage is called the Eternal Flame Court. Which is this, it's this large public square. It's got this, as my lotion Hyskosa said, this enormous, brazier in the center. That's probably like, 30 feet in diameter. Made out of this golden or brass metal, with these golden flames burning Within and ringing the square, you see innumerable shops and bars and, you know, taverns and businesses and etc. And like on one side of the brazier, there's like this stone stage that has been erected, and you see a few like number one, you see soldiers sort of stationed around the brazier, just on duty, and then you see like some people, you know, getting ready for something at the stage area. And anybody who wants to go and make a perception check for me.
Dirty 20.
30, dirty 20. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you notice sort of as you're entering the square, the sort of main thoroughfare splits off in two directions as well, sort of off of the square. And to the south, that main thoroughfare slopes upwards and eventually reaches yet another wall, but this one with closed gates.
Is there someone that we can see, like, either on the wall or in front of the wall that could open the gates?
Artemis with you said you got a 30.
Mm-hmm.
Artemis, you don't see anybody stationed outside of the gates. That doesn't mean that there isn't somebody stationed in that area. And in fact, as you're sort of looking over there, you do see a couple of small figures on top of the parapets of the wall over there.
This is a very big city.
It's ungodly white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do we see or hear anyone talking about the coronation?
Yeah, as you sort of are sort of in this square, sort of trying to get your bearings, you see, you know, it's sort of a town crier get up on the stage and shout out, "People of Oikos, once again a reminder, the Golden Flame has found a scion at last, and Dagrin Brightshield will be crowned Prince of Oikos this afternoon, 3 hours past noontime. Please join us in this square for a celebration of the Golden Flame's majesty, the coronation of a new Prince of Oikos, and various festivities, as you know, including food and drink, and all sorts of merriment to be had."
That sounds kind of fun.
Sort of gets off the stage and gets back to like helping get things set up.
Bowmin says under his breath, "I wonder if they are Brightshield vintage."
I have been curious about all that farmland and how good it is. Right.
Do you think we could find
Everyone's sorry, go.
No, you go.
Everyone seems really excited, right? Everyone's trying to like sell something for the festival. People are very excited.
Yeah.
Is there anyone on the outskirts not looking very excited, having hushed conversations off to the side, someone not participating?
Make an insight check for me.
Ooh, 19.
Can I help?
19. No, but you can roll it yourself.
Okay. I have +9 now. Oh,
Every time.
there goes my dice. 1 second. Oh, 28.
28. Jinarra, you are sort of looking around. You know, it's very crowded in this space, so it's hard to sort of get a bead on, you know, anyone in particular. I will say you notice two different groups here. One, you notice sort of up. You just barely catch it. Up on the rooftops around the square, you see, a figure sort of slide from like one set of gables to another and then like quickly duck behind sort of a chimney. And the figure that you saw up there, it was really, really quick, hard to get a read, but you noticed they were wearing a white mask. That was kind of the main thing you noticed. But it was just really, really quick, hard. But they were definitely trying to be sneaky, I guess that's kind of what you get from this insight check. Hard to get their intention other than that, even with a 28. The other thing you notice is sort of in a small alley, you notice a cluster of about 3, you see two individuals in sort of these very like patchwork cloaks, like in the shadows in this alleyway, and you see somebody like dip out of the crowd and join them, and they have a hushed conversation and then go deeper into the alleyway where you can't see them. And you can, again, from that insight check, you can definitely tell that they are also, just trying not to draw attention to themselves.
I'm going to point that out to my friends as quietly as I can. If some of you would like to try to go talk to the people in that alleyway, I can go try to have a conversation with our friend who's up on the roof.
Sure.
Yeah, just
The guy up on the roof?
be careful about, drawing attention to yourself.
Do you
On a
want me to
rooftop.
come with you?
I don't.
Yeah, Nyx might be able to keep up.
Someone go with Jinarra.
Right.
Don't go alone. Now is not the time to be stupid, people. We're not doing this now. We're not going alone anymore. We're not. No, don't do that. We're all buddying up with each other at the very least. This is the big thing that we've been practicing for.
We
And
can practice for.
Jesus.
Big
Right,
performance.
and we don't go very far. You guys have message? Don't have message?
Yeah.
Yeah, even more reason.
All right. Well, I'll head towards the alleyway.
Yeah.
If do we think that we should all go as a big group, or we should send someone?
Probably not.
What if I'm thinking I can message that group?
I'm fine with just going up there and just talking to them with having Hayes by my side.
I can stay back if we don't want a big group and just chill in this alley and look, or in this little town square and look around.
Just
we can
let's start at the mouth of the alley and see if we can't get them to chat.
Sure.
Right. Making your plans to go check out these two potential groups. So from what I understand, we got two teams. We've got rooftop team and we've got alley team.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rooftop team is Jinarra and Nyx.
Mhm.
And alley team is everyone else.
Yes, but strategically, not all of us are going in at one time.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can
Unless-
stand
yeah.
closer to the mouth so that
I'll take the lead, but
you
Okay.
have the highest charisma.
Okay.
Maybe Artemis shouldn't take the lead just in case they catch whiff of you being a Brightshield.
yeah, if it's like someone that I need to disappear, I can disappear really quickly.
Okay.
I should be safe.
Okay. Let's start with rooftop team. Jinarra and Nyx, the two of you want to get up to the rooftop team. Obviously don't want to draw attention to yourselves.
Yeah.
So go ahead and I'll have both of you make stealth checks for me.
I'm gonna pass without a trace. Us.
Okay. So at 10.
So at 10.
$41.
Hell yeah.
35.
Okay. Yeah, you disappear into the crowd. You find yourselves in a different alley by that building where you saw that person on the rooftop, Jinarra. Jinarra, you can just go straight up the wall. No check necessary because that's the thing that monks can do.
Can Nyx, like, can I give Nyx like a piggyback ride as I climb up the wall?
Nah, no, not without
No?
having to make a check. You can go up the wall for free without having to make a check. If you want to carry Nyx up with you, I'm going to make you make a check. But Nyx can also make a check of either athletics or acrobatics to climb the wall.
I'll make a check.
Oh,
I can't get less than a 20. 24.
okay, great.
Because I have proficiency in acrobatics.
Jinarra, you get to the top, but you're like hanging on the edge as you like wait for Nyx to climb the wall the old-fashioned way. She's pretty good at it. So you know, you're not waiting that long.
That's because I was Jinarra for a little bit.
That's true.
That's why I'm good at it.
That's true.
Mhm.
It's true. Yeah, that's one of those things that you got. As you both reach the top and sort of go up onto this sort of sloped roof, keeping sort of low to the roof, go ahead and make a perception check for me, both of you.
I almost picked up a pretzel to roll.
Roll the pretzel.
31.
Heads or tails.
31.
How many salt flakes?
That's plus 14 now for perception.
Nice. I got a 19.
Well, a 31 beats the 29
Ooh.
stealth that I rolled. So, Jinarra, you are looking around. You see sort of it. You're in the shadow. You're on like the shadowy side of this gable based on where the sun is. This rooftop based on where the sun is, and you see, just the barest hint of movement behind sort of a ridge in the rooftop.
Are we doing like hand signals? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of just want to observe for a second, especially since they're wearing that white mask. I mean, I'm assuming they're alone. I've only seen one person, but I want to just like make sure they're truly alone and just see if I can get some sort of like vibe on why they're up on the roof and trying to be sneaky, if they're like trying to guard the ceremony or shut it down.
Yeah. I'd like both of you to make another stealth check for me now that you're up on the roof.
is pass without a trace still in
Yeah.
effect?
Yeah. 29.
29.
I rolled a nat 1, but
But you can't
I
roll a nat
can't.
1.
so that's a 35.
Good old-fashioned reliable talent turns a natural 1 into a 35.
Because that's an automatic 10 plus 10 from pass without a trace plus 15. So yeah, 35.
I think Nyx is now a god.
Reliable talent is an incredible class feature. It really is.
It only works on things that I'm proficient in, though.
Right.
So
Right. But it is a very, very good class feature. Okay. You both sort of silently, you hide, you silently observe. Jinarra, like Nyx, you're having a hard time keeping track of this person. Jinarra, you are better able to.
Jinarra's having trouble keeping track of me as well.
Well, that's true. This person you see sort of peeks out over the bit of roof that they're hiding behind, but can't see you based off of where you're hiding, despite the fact that I rolled a 22 on my perception, which is pretty good, but not good enough, it seems. So they this person peeks around. You get a slightly better look at them. They've got this white mask on, sort of very like plain white clothes and hood, but you can see like peeking out around like at the edges of the hood. You can see little strands of red hair. And this figure sort of peeks out around. The mask looks like it's porcelain almost, and it's got these like black holes for eyes, and those are the only features on the face. And so anyway, this figure peeks up, looks around, ducks back down, and then you see them sort of clamber across the rooftop, very like quick moving skills, runs over to the side of a building that is like right up against the building you're on, but is taller. And this figure runs straight up the wall to the higher rooftop and clambers over the edge.
Are you down to follow?
Yeah. It's just, I have little legs.
I could try to carry you.
I don't
Just-
know.
Shot put.
Wait, hang on.
I don't think I can teleport you with the shadow step. Actually, I've never checked.
Hang on. Is it within 60 feet? Like, how tall is the wall?
Yeah, it's within 60 feet.
I don't have to climb it. Shit. I can fold space.
Okay.
Yep, Nyx is a god.
Does that work for just you? It's okay if it doesn't. I got this too.
And I can do it the old-fashioned way: run up a wall.
That's right.
I don't know.
That's all right. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
I take off.
Okay, I'll activate the dimensional loop.
As the two of you go to follow this person, we're going to check in with the other team. So you all approach the mouth of this alley where Jinarra had seen those folks, and they've disappeared deeper into the alleyway, so you don't see them right now.
Did I catch any glimpse of them whatsoever when she pointed them out?
Yes, I will say you did.
Okay.
Can I use Hayes's keen sense to see if he can pick up anybody nearby?
Yes. Hayes sort of immediately gets a scent of somebody like deeper in, can follow the trail deeper into the alley.
Okay.
As a backup, does he have a descent?
He's got something. If you wouldn't mind, I think Hayes and I are going to take point trying to find these people.
All right.
And Bowmin and Hayes just proceed down there. Can I make a perception check to see if I can notice anything or hear anything?
Make a perception check for me.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Great. As you make your way down this alley, you just very faintly hear the sound of, there's actually a familiar sound to you from Waterdeep. The sound of a sewer grate being dragged back into place.
Well, good thing I kept my crowbar. Can I find this sewer grate and just pry it open?
Following the trail, you are easily enough able to find this sewer grate. Pry it open. The other three of you are following behind and just letting him take point, or what are the other three of you doing?
I'll stay at the kind of mouth of the alley and just kind of keep a lookout.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Penny.
Okay.
All right. I'll stick with Bowmin, but we won't go in too far. I will make sure to come out in the next several minutes.
Okay.
But just check touch base.
They'll be here. Famous last words, right?
I don't think Hayes can fit down there because he's huge right now.
He can stay with
So-
us.
Yeah, actually, for any action that is needed, Hayes will actually act on Penny's turn.
Okay.
So Penny, you have control over Hayes.
Great.
I'm gonna
Well,
teach him a trick.
Bowmin, this all kind of started in the sewers, shall we?
Let's hope it doesn't end in the sewers. Let's go.
Two of you descend down in the sewer. Can I have both of you make me a stealth check?
Us, also gods.
Hey, you know how I got that nat 20 just a second ago?
Yeah, hit me.
Just got a nat 1.
Yeah, you slipped and fell. I went down first, and you slipped and fell on me. Didn't you?
That's exactly what happened.
My
As
24 was incredible.
Artemis, you get to the bottom, you look around, quiet, like, all right, great. And then Bowmin misses a rung, and you just hear, "Roar!" and he lands on top of you. In a clatter of armor. And as you sort of take a minute, you untangle yourselves and stand back up. And in that moment, the three figures from the alley are surrounding you with swords drawn, pointing them at you.
They're not supposed to do that.
Come on, we don't have to do that.
Who are you? Why are you following us?
We're actually hoping to find out who you are.
Well, seeing as we're the ones with the swords drawn on the idiots that fell down the ladder.
It was slippery, all right.
My name is Brightshield.
Oh, fuck.
Mm.
All right, just give me like
They
3 seconds to stand up. All right. Oh. Okay.
they share a look with each other. One of them steps forward, a woman, and she says, "You share a name with this prince."
And that's all they share.
Can I insight as she
Make it.
talks about this prince?
Make an insight check.
Well, not great. 10. I go on guts.
It is difficult to get a read. They seem to be trying to feel you out just as much as you're trying to feel them out. So they're, you can make out some of their features. It's dark down here, but you can make out some of these people's features. I mean, their clothes are ratty and patchy and frayed. And make a perception check, actually.
Both of us are just Artemis.
You can make it too, Bowmin.
Well, I got your net 1, so
Perception, that was a 22.
great thing.
Bowmin, you notice, though, despite their like patchy clothes, there is a glint of a silver chain of like a necklace that disappears into their cloaks. But at each of their necks, this like very fine silver chain. I mean, you can tell just looking at it. It's nice silver.
All right, well, cards on the table, everybody. We have been traveling for the past what feels like months, if not years, from going to realm from Ravenloft to find this godforsaken place, to find this so-called crown prince, soon to be crowned prince, and bring him back to our original realm. And in the meantime, it seems like this place is not what it seems to be at first. The people are too happy, if you know what I mean.
The woman sort of chuckles. You've got that right. Everybody sort of puts on a show of being happy, but well, no one really is. Say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing. there's only one punishment for crimes around here.
I assume death is what you refer to.
Yes, execution, and quite a brutal one at that.
Hmm.
Have you heard the screams of someone burning alive?
Yes, actually. I took their head.
Then you know how unpleasant it is.
Yes. Well, we were hoping for some assistance in our adventure.
The
And that's-
woman looks over at you, Artemis. Summon it.
I don't usually do this on commands.
You summon the sword.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll
As
make an
it
exception
appears,
this time.
The other two immediately drop to their knees. The woman
Okay.
bows her head.
It's just a stupid sword.
Pretty-
Forgive me, my liege, for the caution. My name is Nemesis. We
Oh,
are
sick.
some of the few of the faithful that remain. Our leader, Terran, received a dream from the Silver Flame that you would be coming soon. But the Golden Flame has tried to trick us before.
Well, first things, I'm not a king, so Artemis will do. Or Lord
But-
Brightshield, if you absolutely have to.
But you are the scion of the Silver Flame, the true god of Oikos.
He talks to me a lot, sometimes not enough. Real quick, people in white masks on rooftops, good, bad?
They all get a slightly concerned look on their faces. And we're gonna cut to
No.
Penny and Elina. Penny and Elina, as the two of you are sort of at this alley, you can see, like, things are going on in this square, things are getting, busier, and you see sort of a decently sized, like, detachment of troops sort of just sweeping around the perimeter of the square. They are led by a woman in really elaborate golden armor, based on her, like, very, very, like, almost like moon white skin tone, that she is an Aasimar. And she's got on this elaborate golden armor, and she's walking alongside an older human man, who's dressed in sort of these white and gold, like, priestly robes, and has sort of a mantle up over his head. And as this company of soldiers led by these two is sort of walking around the, like, perimeter of the square, the two of them are talking to each other. As they approach, the priest holds up a hand to the woman and says, excuse me, General. And he turns to the two of you and says, hello, I don't believe I've made either of your acquaintance before. Are you travelers?
Yes, we
Yes.
actually just got in.
Oh, well, welcome to Oikos. I hope you're enjoying your stay here. My name is Father Adrastos Barakis. I'm the high priest of our god, the Golden Flame here. May I ask your names?
Octavia. I'm Octavia. And this is Amelia.
Yes.
Octavia and Amelia. Those are our names. What's your name again? Could you spell it?
I'll send it in the
AB.
chat.
Can you spell it?
I'll send it in the chat.
Thanks so much. I'm a visual learner, so. I see there's a lot of hubbub in the square today. I'm sure we're gonna sound like idiots asking, but could you give us some information about what's going on?
Yes, our wonderful God, the living God, the Golden Flame, he has been searching for a long time for a mortal scion who can help him lead the city of Oikos into a new age. And he has found one, Dagrin Brightshield, a mortal descendant of his, who will help usher in a new age, and we will be celebrating his coronation as crown prince of Oikos.
Ushering in a new age. Things seem pretty good here. Why do you need a new age?
Things are wonderful here, but we desire to share everything that's good about Oikos with other people as well, with other lands, with other realms. Spread the golden flame has been good to us, better than most gods. And he looks over at you, Elina, and says, I recognize that your friend Amelia, the divine symbology that she has on her, are for the Raven Queen. The Raven Queen is a distant goddess who does little to ameliorate the suffering of those that worship her. The Golden Flame is the reason why things are so good here in Oikos, because he is a present god, and we wish to share that with other people.
Oh, very cool. So you're gonna spread it around. Spread the love. That sounds nice. What about people who are not religious? Is that a thing? Common?
I don't know why anybody would not want to be religious when you've got a god who actually cares for each and every citizen and has enabled us to have this wondrous golden age that we are now in.
Yeah. It does look great. The government mandated performers are cool. That's something I haven't seen before.
The general sort of makes a little noise and she says, we will pass on the compliments to Calypso.
Who's Calypso?
The leader of that group.
Of the government performers. Cool. Is she performing at the coronation? Or they? Or he? I don't know. I don't know why I assumed a woman. Lesbian brain, who knows?
She will be performing. Yes, of course. Father, we do have things to attend to. It was nice meeting you, travelers. And for you, and she looks at you, Elina, you said your name was Amelia? I would just remind you that while we do not outlaw the worship of other deities, keep it to yourself while you're here. Yes?
Of course.
Thank you.
In the spirit with you, Father. Have a good one.
And they make their way.
Well, that
off
guy
to
was kind of a
continue
bitch.
examining the
I wait till he's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, we did know that this place is very loyal to their god. So
Yeah. Very loyal. I'm getting a little religious imperialism vibe.
well,
I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this.
that's why we're here, is it not?
Yeah, I thought though we were just gonna come in and have to get out Dagrin. I wasn't thinking that there was gonna be a whole political thing that we were gonna have to fix. I don't know why I thought that, because that's everywhere we go, but here we are.
Yeah, you're right.
Open
is
up a political
frustrating.
vacuum, then we got to find a successor, then there's a bunch of people we got to kill or people we have to save. Whole thing.
Let's check in with Team Rooftop.
Rooftop?
That's right. The two of you arrive at the top of the next bit of rooftop. I'd like both of you to make another stealth check for me.
Jinarra's actually having a very fun time running across these rooftops, though. 36.
36.
43.
43. 43 is an incredible number to get to. Truly,
It's not the highest number I could get to.
truly a magnificent number to get to. Does not beat a nat 20 perception check.
Well, I feel like it does, but
I'll allow it.
Ben's just been waiting. He's like-
Yes. 30 to hit for Jinarra
Jesus Christ.
and a 27 to hit for Nyx. I need con saves from both of you.
Yeah.
I would like to uncanny dodge. Can I see them?
It just happens
Fuck.
quickly and immediately, like before you're even able to like get
Con save.
con save. You can uncanny dodge to take half damage,
Okay.
but you still need to make a con save.
21.
21, okay,
18.
is a success. 18 is a success. Very lucky.
We're not here to fight. We actually like to talk.
Real quick, Jinarra, you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage, and Nyx, you take 12 points of bludgeoning.
Is that half?
Half it to 6. As you sort of get up to the rooftop, this
Oh,
figure that you've been following darts out from hiding and attempts to stunning strike both of you.
nice.
Yeah.
Whoa!
He has been waiting for that.
Nice moves.
Oh,
She gets herself like in her position and she says, "Who are you and why are you following me?"
that's a great question. We thought you looked interesting. No, I don't actually.
No, we don't have to say
That's
that.
not what I said.
I laughed at what Zuzu put in chat.
We're new
I'm sort of hoping we're wanting the same thing. We're travelers to this place with a very specific goal in
town.
mind. Yes, we are new in town. But we've been searching for Dagrin Brightshield so that we can stop this coronation.
We're going. We're just okay.
I thank you for your honesty.
Do we now have marks on
Can I make an insight check? Should I be attacking?
Make an insight check.
You might be surrounded by
Hey,
enemies.
Nyx, does a 30 hit?
Yeah.
Great.
I'm using luck, by the way. I got a very bad roll. $17. That's with a +9.
Wait. Just a moment there before you hang on 1 second.
How many weights was that? Like 12?
No.
As you're having
wait,
this
stop.
conversation, Jinarra, you see this woman as she says, "Thank you for your honesty." Give a very, very slight nod. You hear a thunk as an arrow embeds itself in Nyx's shoulder from a figure you didn't see before, who had a 35 on his stealth check. And
Whoa!
you,
Not better than me.
Nyx, the arrow hits you for 29 points of damage.
Whoa.
We're not. Are we enclosed or can I see outside?
You're on sort of the back slope of a rooftop, not facing the square. I would like the two of you to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Y'all are gonna get thrown into some gold fire.
Nah.
$17.
17,
I got a nat 20.
nat 20.
I got a nat 20.
The two of you are going before the two of them. This
Cool.
other figure is on another roof. So just to give you the geometry of the area, you are on the back slope of a rooftop on the side away from the square. There is a narrow alley behind you, and then there's another building on the other side of the alley. The figure that shot Nyx with the arrow was from the other rooftop, and you see them now. This is another person in a white mask, and they're wearing sort of this gray leather armor.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going first, right?
You're going first.
Alright, I'm gonna say, guess we're not on the right side, and I'm going to cast a Thunder Step, and I'm gonna grab Nyx, and I'm gonna GTFO as far as I can. I can go 90 feet, and I'm gonna try to go somewhere in the shadows if possible, so if I can just get us out of there.
Great. You do that. You cast that spell. There's a crack of thunder, and you disappear down into like the shadows deep in the alley. I'd like both of you to make me a stealth check. We'll call that with advantage.
Could the two people by us also make a Constitution saving throw?
The guy across the street's too far away, but I will make a check for the person near you. That was a nat 20.
That was a nat 20, so they still take half, and I'm still gonna give them the roll with this. I wanted you to roll 3 for me, not 1. Okay, I can do math. 15, 16 damage, half to 8 damage.
Okay. Great. As you
And-
disappeared down into the alley, this person staggers back from the thunder step. You disappear. What were your stealth checks?
35.
35,
33.
33. Okay. Perception checks. Okay. Neither of them are going to get high enough to spot you from where you have hidden in this alley. Can I get perception checks from both of you?
26.
26.
23.
23. As you sort of huddle down in this alley, very quiet, hidden in the darkness, looking up, you see like these two figures with the white masks approach the edge of the roof, look down, trying to spot you. They clearly don't see you because they would give chase. The one with the bow that shot you, Nyx, looks across the alley and says quietly, but the two of you can just make out what he's saying. And he says, "You're getting sloppy, Phobos." And the woman replies, "I spotted them, Deimos, and the flame was right. New enemies are in the city." Deimos says, "Yes, well, It's our job to make sure they don't become a problem today. I'll put the rest of our troops on the lookout. Time. Keep a lookout and don't get spotted this time. But look out and don't get spotted this time. Yes, Deimos. He disappears in the shadows, as does she.
Jinarra,
Yeah. Do you need healing? I can heal you.
maybe a little bit.
Okay. What were you gonna say though?
Why did you just come out and say that we were looking for him because he's a bad guy?
You know, I thought we'd get answers faster, and we kind of did, but that was probably. I'm not the talker of the group usually.
Me neither.
Why do we always separate from the talkers? Anyways,
We're gonna cut back to Team Sewer. Back with the sewer team.
Super
The
rat.
The two of you are down here, and Nemesis says, "The white masks are the sign of the keepers.
That would have been good.
They are the secret police of the Golden Flame."
We could
enforcing
tell
his-
you all of this now.
enforcing his
Okay.
order.
Great. I'm gonna start climbing up the ladder again.
Uh-huh.
Push open the
Uh-huh.
thing and
Yeah.
message to. Who do I think got there first? Nyx has message, so I'm gonna message Nick to Nyx.
Okay. Yeah. What do you say?
What
Are
last-
we in that same alleyway? Like, do I see
You're
them?
in a different alleyway.
Oh.
Nyx is 4 feet from
Right
the
there.
He pops out. Nyx is right there.
The white masks are the secret police of the Golden Flame. Proceed with caution.
Yeah,
I
we know.
You okay?
Ow.
Do you need help?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Proceed. We're good.
All right. There's a sewer
Jinarra-
in this.
Jinarra and I will probably need to also disguise ourselves
Again,
again.
I'm not listening to this, but yes, we do.
All right. I will message Penny as well. Say, alley friends, alley people are friends. We're in a sewer. If you find the opportunity to come join us.
Should we join you?
Well, if there's something about secret police. I think Nyx and Jinarra got roughed up a bit. They're joining. I think.
Okay, we'll start walking over.
Yeah. See you soon.
I will relay that to Elina. We can start walking over.
You all reconvene in the sewer. I would like stealth checks from everybody going to the sewer. I don't need them from Artemis and Bowmin. You're already.
We already made a grand entrance.
Yeah.
You did really well.
35.
Is the pass without a trace still up?
Yes. So everyone by me gets plus 10.
I think that's
26 then.
26 too!
Nice.
We're so in sync.
28.
Okay, you all through a combination of sort of just blending in with the crowd and being sneaky, make your way over to the sewer grate, and you all
Big hats.
convene in the sewer. And Nemesis looks at this group arranged for her, and then looks at you, Artemis, and says, "Your retinue, Lord Brightshield?"
okay.
Lord,
First of all,
I thought
Oh,
we
no,
were
no,
robbers.
no. I'm sorry. Let's get something straight right now. I'm not gonna do this. Okay? I'm not. Penny Catherine Presswell is not gonna go walk her ass to the other side of another fucking plane, and then be Artemis fucking Brightshield's retinue. That's not what's gonna happen here. I'm not gonna stand for that, and I just want to make that clear right now.
Okay, but hold on, really quick. Nyx got shot in the shoulder because I messed up.
Nyx, can I take that out for you and lay on hands real quick?
Sure.
When I do this,
I don't
want...
think the arrow's in my arm anymore.
I did
removed
heal
it.
her a little bit.
Okay. Is the arrow anywhere nearby? No.
Yeah.
No.
I
mean,
think
if
you
you
abandoned it in the alley.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, all right. I'll lay on hands. How far did you? How much do you need?
9.
9. Okay, yeah, you're good.
But also, I think they might be tightening security because I was trying to see if they were on our side and they're the secret police and
She wasn't all that subtle about it.
I wasn't very subtle. They're very attack happy.
Ah, damn it, by the flame. Not good.
What were you guys planning?
To rein in the coronation of this new scion of the Silver Flame. They
Golden
were
Flame?
going to
Golden?
Golden Flame, yes. Sorry, that was a DM slip up. She said, canonically, she said Golden Flame.
Yes.
This new
Bronze.
scion of the Golden Flame. They were going to execute even more of our compatriots, and we really can't. We don't have a whole lot of numbers to spare, but...
Spare? Excuse me? I don't like that.
Well, there's just not many of us, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
okay. You could have just left it at that.
How many is not that many? We're talking 10, 20?
Not
100?
counting the people who are captured, there's about 20 of us.
There's also us.
We've done we've done more with less.
How many are captured?
5 right now.
Oh.
So you were starting with 25?
Well, we were starting even higher than that, but we've lost a few people in recent days.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So what's the plan? We're gonna go in there, stick a couple TNT sticks to the base of the stage, and a distraction, grapple people.
Taryn wants to make sure that Lord Brightshield is safe. That is now priority number 1. We will escort you all back to our hideout and reassess.
Wait. You're
Which-
saying we're gonna go back instead of saving 5 of your people?
Wait, are you talking about Artie?
Yes.
Can we just call him Artemis, please? Because
I
And-
can't fucking do this.
nobody's called him Lord
You met
Brightshield.
Miss Presswell. It won't bode well. Please, just Artemis, Artie. Hey, you.
Very well. Taryn wants to make sure that Artemis is safe. And we need to, now that you're here, new options open for us. And it is more important to get you to Taryn than it is to save. We can do both. But
Yeah.
it's a higher priority to get you to Taryn.
All right, well, take Artie to Taryn. We'll take care of the rest.
How hard is getting to Taryn?
Well,
Is he just not down in these sewers?
no, we try to stay in the uppermost level of the sewers. going deeper has not gone well. There's creatures deeper underneath the city. Our hideout is outside of the city proper in the abandoned quarry that they dug out to build these walls.
Is there enough time to make it for the coronation? If we go there, I need to come back.
Well, I can take you there, and these two can stay here and coordinate with our forces and still try to save our people.
That sounds good. Can I make it back? Is there enough time?
Why would you come back here?
Because if my brother's about to be coronated one way or the other, I need to be there.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Natural 20. 36.
Oh, only a 36?
I know. It kind of feels like shit now with Nyx around.
You just need something that automatically adds 10.
Yeah, I need a +10 persuasion. I need a hat.
that's what it is. The hat of persuasion.
Oh, Taryn is gonna kill me for this. All right, Lord. All right, Artemis. You are kind to want to stay and help. And far be it from me to argue with the scion of the Silver Flame. Fine. You can stay. I will leave it up to your wisdom to decide how you want to intervene or whether you want to intervene at all. If seeing this coronation is so important to you, then you may see it. And if you want to try to help, then you are welcome to try and help. But
What?
priority number one is getting away. We are not trying to kill anyone. We are not. The Flames Council, all of them will be here. We cannot distract ourselves without trying to take out any one of them. We have to get our people to safety and get you to safety. That's priority number one. As soon as those people are free, we are going back into the sewers.
Are there other prisoners other than the 5 of your people that they're planning on killing?
As far as we know, no.
Okay.
It's mostly blasphemy that they kill people. So, I mean, they kill people for every crime, but blasphemy is kind of the main crime that they lump everything under. So,
Where do they keep the prisoners now? Is it somewhere we can hit?
no. They keep them in the Golden Flame District. So it's the Royal District, and we haven't yet found a way to infiltrate it directly. But that is something that Taryn is hoping that we can figure out with your assistance.
As she says assistance, Bowen pulls out a stick of dynamite. She's like, assistance?
Are you offering that to me, or are you going to use it?
The last person I gave a stick of dynamite turned out to be evil. So I'm going.
What was it?
Do you know that flame person that was in Falconia?
No. Was I there?
Yeah.
The general. It was
Oh,
General
ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't great. But here, if it helps, you can have one. Just
Okay.
please don't turn into a fiery being. burn down the house.
I will not plan on doing such a thing.
Thank you.
If you decide you are going to intervene to help us, wait until we start the action before making your presence known.
What is the
I
signal?
mean, it'll be fairly obvious, right? I mean, they're gonna have our people up on a big stage and then try to start like throwing them into a fire. So
Okay, so somewhere
there's
after
no
they're on the
subtly
stage
removing
before
them
the
from
fire,
that
yeah.
situation.
Can your people do it without us? Do you
I-
think you can save them?
I don't know. If the keepers are on high alert now, I don't know.
All right, we've got like 4.5 or so. Pocket watch. What am I doing? 4.5 or so hours to figure something out if we're going to do something. Option number 1 is we linger. They bring out prisoners. They start trying to execute, and then we appear with everyone on high alert and everyone in the city defending their new crown prince. Maybe when Dagrin sees me, I can get him to stop doing something and catch him off guard, but I've never been fantastic at convincing him to do anything. Or B, we head back and regroup, let this thing happen, and try and reconvene. I don't know.
I will just tell you, above board, here's how this is going to work mechanically. If you decide you don't want to intervene in this, it's going to be a dice roll to see if they manage to save their people from execution. If you intervene, it's still ultimately going to be dice rolls, but you'll be directly involved in. It'll be a combat encounter that you'll be directly involved in. So it's up to you whether you want to leave it to an abstract dice roll that you have no control over, or if you want a combat encounter.
Dude, those monks.
Well, one of them was a monk.
The other one was probably a rogue.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, also here's another thing that happened, and also I will briefly explain what happened with the high priestess. High priest.
You met 2 more of the Flames Chosen.
Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, we went looking for the one pair, but like, why did you guys get picked out of the street? Were they doing like some tourism survey?
Probably hot profiling hot people, talking to them.
It's
I'm
gotta
gonna
be.
re-disguise everyone except for Artie and Bowmin.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, if sorry, did you share what the monk and his friend said with everyone?
Mhm.
Great. I mean, if the Golden Flame gave a warning that people were in the city,
They
it
were
makes
gonna
sense that they would look for new faces, look for people.
Mm,
Yeah, that's true. They may have been high alert regardless. I just
Right.
feel like I messed up and confirmed it.
Wow.
So basically, our 2 options are we go to the coronation and try to. Well, we have 3 options. We go to the coronation and we try to stop the execution. Option 2 is we go to the coronation and we don't try to stop the execution. And option 3 is we go to the hideout and we skip the coronation.
Or option 4, you can fuck off and go do something else.
Well,
Yeah,
right.
actually,
We
you
leave
know what?
Ravenloft.
You know what? Let's just go home.
Yeah.
We actually said, you know what? The Vistani are here.
Yeah. Let's just hitch a ride.
You know what? I did want to see what that circus was doing. You know, they seem like a cool group. So
I feel like we have to go to the coronation. If anything, for the drama.
And I mean, personally, I got a new great axe and I haven't used it yet. I'm a little bit trigger happy, to be honest with you. I could use a good fight.
I don't think we should make a lot of noise.
Okay, that's fine. Quick and painless. Got it.
Artie, do you think your mother will be there?
I don't know.
Because she might be.
Would the people here know if she's been traveling with an elven woman? Has Dagrid been traveling with an elven woman?
Nemesis shrugs. I'm not sure. We've barely gotten eyes on him. He's been cooped up in the Golden Flame District. Basically since the day he arrived.
When did he arrive?
A few weeks ago? A couple weeks ago? I'm not sure. Hasn't been that long. But it's been, enough time that we're aware. Terran communes with the Golden Flame. He may have a better understanding of what the play is here.
Is Taryn gonna be at the coronation or is he hiding?
Terran will not be present. No, he is Silverflame, yes. He is he can't be in the field much anymore, unfortunately. But he is the only one of us who is able to commune with the Silver Flame, and so he leads us and received visions of your coming, Artemis.
Oh boy.
Artie, can you talk to the Silver Flame and ask them what to do? What's his opinion?
I mean I can try. Just give me yeah. I'll give it a second. Just yeah, just give me a second. I'm just walk down the sewer. Just keep walking for a little bit. Get some real distance.
Don't forget about
Yeah.
the creatures.
Yeah, Bowmin stays 20 paces behind Artemis.
Okay.
Okay. I will sit down. I've seen Jinarra meditate. Sure. Do I have? I feel like I have a symbol of the silver flame that I made. Did I do that? Inventory. Silver flame. If not, I'll use my Brightshield signet ring or something.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I will just try to calm myself and reach out, close the eyes, ignore the smells.
Yeah, we'll call this a religion check. Go ahead and make a religion check for me.
Uh-oh.
It's not a super high DC, but
13?
13 will do it.
It is one of my. Oh, it is. It is my low. Oh no, athletics is my lowest. It's very close.
You meditate. As you do, your sword just appears floating above your, meditative hands. The silver flame, you hear his voice resonates and says, I am concerned about speaking with you for too long, worried to draw the attention of the golden flame. But What
Where do I go?
are you asking?
Where do I go? The coronation? Try and save people? Convince my brother to stop? Or do I try a greater good and plan for later?
I think it is of great importance that you meet with Terran. He can help you better understand what's going on here, and you can plan together for your next step. But as always, you have your free will, and you may do as you desire. But make sure you get back to Terran regardless of what you decide to do. He is the path forward.
Got it.
Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Wisdom save. Wow, so much better. 22.
Oh, I didn't realize we were having a conversation here. A new voice enters in. Where are you? I can't tell. Oh, that's inconvenient, I say. Very inconvenient. But perhaps it's time that you and I met, grandson. Suddenly your physical body is still in the sewers, but you astrally project into, suddenly you find yourself in this like grand cathedral building. Beautiful, beautiful building. And at the end of this big building is a stone obelisk that is just nearly been completed. Turning to face you is a very, very tall figure. Stands probably over 10 feet tall. He has, and you've seen this figure in some of your dreams before in varying states of disarray. But he looks different than you've seen him in any of your dreams before. His skin is now golden. His eyes are golden. He has white hair, a crown upon his head, and feathery golden white wings sprouting from his back. And he looks at you and says, "Hello, Artemis. I'm your great, however many grandfather, King Apollo Brightshield III, the Golden Flame. And I feel it's time that you and I had a conversation." And that is where we'll end tonight's episode.
Whoa.
Vomits.
That wisdom saving throw is very important because he does not know where your physical body is.
Ooh.
That 22 was a success. But thank you all for playing, and thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.